Earlier this month, Governor Mark Dayton issued an executive order directing state agencies to increase the employment of workers with disabilities to 7% by the year 2018. The number currently is 3%. As recently as 1999, 10% of state workers had disabilities. Almanac's Ariel Tilson met with some of the key players involved with writing this new policy and those who hope to benefit from it.
I'm a member of the Commission of Deaf, Hard of Hearing, and Deaf-Blind Minnesotans. It's a statewide commission appointed by the governor. There are 15 members on the commission from across the state. The Employment Task Force was established in 2011, and we had many meetings over the course of time that we were engaged, really looking at state government and how people with disabilities are employed by the state. We've seen the numbers really go down over the course of the last many years. Fewer and fewer people, especially deaf and hard of hearing people, that was a population we were looking at, are employed by the state. And it became a point of concern for us, and that was where our discussions began.
Alan was in the leadership role as the Employment Task Force chair, and then my job was to be a liaison to the other disability agency councils, the State Council on Disability, State Services for the Blind, Vocational Rehabilitation Services, Governor's Council on Developmental Disabilities, the Ombudsman's Office for Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities, the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Services Division, and the Minnesota STAR Assistive Technology Program.
As one of the state agencies involved in developing the policy, the Minnesota STAR Assistive Technology Program's mission is to provide access and accommodations to all Minnesotans with disabilities. Alison Canty is on their board and also seeking employment with the state government.
In my role, I was appointed by the STAR Advisory Council because I'm a public member on there to bring forth what they would like to see in the Olmsted Plan for assistive technology.
A live scribe pen, which syncs and records notes digitally, is one such accommodation to assist those like Alison with a learning disability. The federal and state Olmsted plans aim to fully integrate persons with disabilities by providing assistive technologies such as these.
I would see that the Olmsted plan is really pushing for the same kind of equality as any other civil rights law. And I could see the executive order kind of supporting that. So they're all working in conjunction together in order to get something accomplished here in Minnesota.
We looked at the idea of asking the governor to issue an executive order following the model that was established by President Obama to help make improvements to the employment situation for people with disabilities. We thought that President Obama's model would provide a good structure for what we could maybe do here in Minnesota.
Jessica Kennedy, the appeals manager and legal counsel for MNSURE, knows firsthand the benefit of accommodation services that the Olmsted Plan and executive order are helping to provide. She uses a video relay service, or VRS system, to communicate with others, including those like herself who have a hearing disability.
This executive order has impacted me because it allows me and others like me to show what we can do. And in that, it goes to the very root of prejudice.
I think that it's critical. We're facing workforce shortages with the retiring of baby boomers. We need to find the talent that we need to meet the future workforce needs, and this is an untapped pool. And I think the governor was really smart to identify it as such and put a plan together to get people back in.
I think this executive order is very nice, very good. It's an important first step to improve the employment rates for people with disabilities. I worked as a professional for 41 years in the field, and I see that there's a lot more that can be done.